Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Wednesday, day before Thanksgiving. And welcome to another Complex Convo with your girl, Sonia B. It has been a while, been busy working and doing stuff like that. But I wanted to come on here really quick and talk about something that I've talked about with a couple of friends this past week or so. And so we're going to talk about loneliness. Not relationship loneliness, but just loneliness during the holidays. It's the holiday season, and a lot of people start to feel lonely around this time, and they're lonely for several reasons. Okay, so maybe they're lonely because they're single. There's that, the obvious, right? Then we have those that are lonely because they don't have family, and they may literally not have family. Family has passed on, or they don't get along with their family. So a lot of us deal with that during the holidays as well. Or our expectations. We just set these unrealistic expectations during the holiday. And so we set ourselves up for feeling loneliness. So let's talk about some of those things. For me, I get lonely during the holiday because my kids are older and they've all gone and they're doing their separate things. So 2 out of the 3 are home for the holiday. So that's always good. But you always miss that one. So we do things to make sure that we include the one that's not home. We FaceTime, we talk, even FaceTime while we're cooking, just so that person feels included. Because the one that's away is feeling lonely because he misses his family. Then, for other reasons, there are loneliness. Now, I don't know about you, but I grew up where, especially during Thanksgiving, Thanksgiving was a time where everyone gathered at one particular family member's home, and it just happened to be my aunt and uncle. And everyone came. All the kids came. We went outside. We played football in the street. That was my opportunity to beat all the boys in track and field, even though there was no field. But beat them in all the races down the street, playing basketball, card games, video games. Well, actually, we didn't have video games really back then. But the point is that family was with family. We played games, we talked, we had fun, we listened to music, we danced. Of course, the kids were always the spectacles for all the adults to do all the latest dances. Oh, look at my baby doing that jitterbug, doing that alligator, doing the snake, doing the worm. You know y'all had to do that. So that's what I grew up with. But flash forward, and family is just not the same. As our older family members have passed on, those traditions have gone to the wayside. Family members that are the same age, we all have our own individual families. We live in different cities. And for some reason, distance keeps us from celebrating with each other. You get that? Back in the day, it didn't matter. We had family from Louisiana that would come to California, family from California that would go to Louisiana. It seemed like nothing, no matter what the financial situation was, nothing kept us from going and celebrating with our family. Why don't we have that today? So you got a generation of people who have created loneliness for themselves. You know, they have siloed their little families, their little family cells, and they don't want to commune with other family members. So-and-so said something 2 years ago at Christmas that made me mad, so I'm not talking to them. So we kind of set this loneliness up for ourselves. How many of you have family members that you're not talking to? You guys had funk some years ago, and you don't even remember what the argument was about, but you just know that you're not talking to him or her anymore, and you are not going to break bread with so-and-so. We did that. We really need to get out of that. You know, as our families are dying off, our older family members who created all these traditions for us are gone or almost gone, we really need to bring this back together because family's all you got. Now, I'm not saying to cure loneliness, you should be around toxic family members. I'm not talking about that because they can kick rocks with gladiator sandals. So, expectations that we set. We set these certain expectations that people should come around during the holidays. Now, if you've made yourself invisible the other 364 days out of the year, why do you think that people are going to all of a sudden use the holiday as an opportune time to come close? So we set these expectations that families should come together during these holidays, but we are separate from each other during the rest of the year. We don't acknowledge each other for birthdays. We don't call and check up on each other. So we need to really change our expectations. So one of the things that you can do is celebrate you. Celebrate you. So if you don't have kids, or if you don't have family, your family's gone, or you're all independent of each other and you just don't get along, celebrate you during the holiday. Who says that you have to sit up in the house and wallow in your own misery because you don't have family or friends around during the holidays? And I included friends in that because they Johnny come latelys too. But celebrate you. Do something fun. Movies are still open. Take yourself to a movie. Places are still open. Restaurants are still available. Take yourself to dinner. If you don't cook, or you know what? Better yet, cook yourself a holiday meal. How about that? Set your table up. Get your holiday theme going. Cook yourself a holiday meal. And if you have friends, because a lot of us have friends that go through the same thing. If you have friends that are lonely around this time, reach out to those friends. See, I'm one of those friends. If you cross my mind, I'm reaching out. I'm going to send you a text. I might pick up the phone and call you and say, hey, I know we haven't talked in a while, but I was thinking about you. Because I don't know about you, but I'm more of an empath. So I feel when those that I care about, I feel when something's a little off in the force. So 9 times out of 10, if I've reached out to you by text or phone call, something is probably going on. And I feel that. So reach out to those people that you think about. You never know. You're not going through this by yourself. Do a potluck. I've been hearing this term lately, a Friendsgiving. My kids and their friends did it when all my sons were together because they knew they wouldn't be together during the holiday. Throw yourself a Friendsgiving. Don't know what it's called during the Christmas time, but do that. Celebrate your friendships. Celebrate those who actually care enough about you and you care enough about them. Maybe you don't have family. Maybe family is separate for different reasons. They're in different states or they just don't get along. But find a way to celebrate you. I don't mean you individually, you, meaning you, your friends, all of you who are feeling this way during the holiday. There was a point in time when I didn't talk to my mom for about 9-10 years. So the holidays were very hard for me because, as I mentioned before, holidays for me were about family. So as our families got smaller and smaller, I still have my mom. I was used to my mom always being there. It was difficult during those 9 or 10 years. So my small nuclear family, my 3 kids and husband at the time, we made the best of it. We made a holiday. We celebrated family, no matter how small it was. But I knew my mother was present. She was actually in the same town for a good part of those years. And I always wondered about her well-being, how's she doing? Is she enjoying the holiday? So even if you're separate from your family and you're not getting along, it's okay to think about them. And that's not the situation anymore. But, I speak from what I know. And I know that sometimes family needs to separate from each other for, various reasons. But anyway, back to what I was saying. If you or somebody that you know is feeling lonely during the holiday, reach out to them. You don't have to spend time with them again if the separation is because of a toxic situation. But send a text thinking about you. I'm not an advocate of that darn group text at Thanksgiving that goes to 25 people and there's always that one person that replies to everybody. And that's the number that you don't know. Don't do that. But reach out to the individual. Say, happy Thanksgiving. Say, I'm thinking about you. If it's somebody that you lost contact with that, you wouldn't mind spending some time with, invite them over for dinner, out to dinner, go to a movie. Shopping malls are open. Everybody's got their darn Christmas trees up. There have been Christmas tree lightings. Go out and see what's going out in the shopping malls or in the open outdoor malls and go to a Christmas tree lighting. Go skating or something in the park. But do something for you that's going to make you feel good. And if all else fails, none of that is available, go volunteer your time. Go feed some of the less fortunate. You are fortunate enough to have a roof over your head and food in your refrigerator. You just choose not to cook at home or do any of the things that I just talked about. Go out and do a good service in the community. For me, I feel good when I make others feel good. So maybe that works for you. But just some tips I was thinking about to cure some of the loneliness. I hope you're having a good day before Thanksgiving. I hope you're prepared for the holidays. And I hope you're not feeling lonely. If you are, send a text or send me a message below. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to my channel below. Every now and then I pop on here. I have some good things to talk about. We'd love to dialogue with you. But until next time, happy Thanksgiving. Talk to you soon.